Hello, this is Paul from RankWyz and SideWyz, and today RankWyz Daily, we're going to talk about most important asset in all of your SEO arsenal. Your tier 1 properties, your tier 1 backlinks. How to manage them, how to analyze them, and more important, and this is the topic of the video, how to strengthen them, how to add values to your tier 1 properties. And at the end, I will show, because all or most of my videos are practical, I will show how you can do this with RankWyz, how you aggregate all of your tier 1 properties, how you manage, analyze them, and more important, how you set up campaigns in order to improve value of your SEO properties. So before we go into practical demonstration, we just briefly explain let's look how it was in the past. And I always like to refer how the same concept was working in the past to show evolution or transition to what works now. Because for those of you who not follow closely SEO changes, and it's extremely dynamic area, you might get information that sounds right and was working not that long ago, but doesn't work any longer. So how it was in the past. The link building was all about getting more links. So of course the authority links were always there. So like, let's say the Wikipedia link was always highly important link to have, highly desirable. But because it's not that it wasn't as easy to get all these high important backlinks, you would be you were able to compensate it by the number of not as high quality backlinks. So you might heard about probably one of the oldest Google penalty is for spike of backlinks, the rapid increasing number of backlinks, and after that subsequent drop of the number of backlinks. That it will indicate the huge link spam campaign. So many of you know the term link velocity. That's recommended. Indicates the speed of acquiring new backlinks. So it should look natural. So you can see the graph, you can see the trend, and the domain is acquiring the backlinks. And there's a general recommendation to keep this link velocity. So in other words, you need to continue adding new backlinks. What it represents, link velocity, it represents the popularity of the site on the net. The people keep talking about your site, and as a result, they keep referring to your site from all different places. This all represents, like, let's call it extensive, the way of evolution. So adding more and more and more. So it's still recommended widely to continue adding links and continue to keep a link velocity, and that's indeed very important. But Google's changed from the view of they tried to, for a very long time, to be kind of very liberal and say that all sites are equal. It's not any longer. Google doesn't care about how many backlinks you have as much as it was in the past, as how many important backlinks you have. So if you have a local business site, if you analyze your competition, you'll see that many of them don't have those who ranking high don't have that many of the backlinks, referring domains. But the quality of them is extremely important. So they should be relevant in the context, or they should be relevant from the geolocation. They should be relevant from they should be traffic to the RankBrain adds up to the complexity of the link profile calculation. And when you set up new domain, so you add in all of the citations, you add in the all high quality social profile backlinks. You'll probably do press releases. So this is the process of acquiring backlinks. So then you should continue. Of course, you should continue this process of adding them, but you should not neglect your tier one properties. Once you have your backlink, you already have your asset, and in parallel, so like you can either keep adding, keep looking for in more places where you place the link, or you can increase the value of your backlinks. I don't want to go into multi-tier arguments. Like, I still see a lot of people saying that they have no value, multi-tier backlinks. That's not nonsense. Exactly in the same way you place in links pointing to your site, and you're striving to find a good backlink to your site, because the link to your site increase the value of your site, increase the authority of your site. Exactly same with your tier one. So if you have a tier one property and you have somewhat some level of backlinks, what if you, like, let's say that, to make it simple, of the same authority backlinks, if you double those backlinks, you will increase the value of your tier one property. Don't you think it will propagate to your money site? Of course it does. So we have tier one properties, so we will be working to add more. Keep it aside. How to monitor and add the value to your existing tier one properties. Once you have your tier one properties, so like of course you monitor them and analyze them. Well, analyzing is not really looking into numbers. Numbers are meaningless. Only the changes on those numbers really make sense. That they kind of give you an idea of how productive how the effective your efforts are in building up the strength and the value of your tier one profile. It's not about you having 50 backlinks from, let's say, domain authority 40 or 50 or 60 or 90 backlinks. You already have it. But the transition of you have your backlink, you have your tier one properties, you keep them, you see that they are alive. Well, many of the sites, the social profile, let's say it's guaranteed to be alive, or citation, they in many cases guaranteed to be alive. But if you look at the properties, it could be blog posts, the guest posts. It could be the PBN backlinks you bought from some vendor. It could be press releases. So if you want to continue backlinking your tier one properties, you need to monitor them. You need to monitor them that they have a link linking up to your main site. So if you go to analysis, so you can see how your tier one links are distributed for your main site. So this is how you will plan campaign. So like, not only you build tier one links, let's say adding links to your new category on the site, but you will work on the adding backlinks to those tier one properties. And of course, it's important to know that if, especially related to press releases, guest posts, if those pages still up and they still have links to your site, it's a known fact that 50% of, well, I don't want to just generalize for every PBN link vendor, but many delete those links, like in a month or two. Nobody wants to blow the site, and if you don't monitor them, don't monitor your links you get in from the vendor, so you're paying for links to appear like for a month or two, and after that they all disappear. Think about the backlink spike and disappear, the pattern I told you at the beginning of the video. So we need to monitor them. We need to analyze, is basically see how we're improving them, and how we see the generally what's generally the indication of the authority from Google Eyes. I always repeat, this is ranking. Your properties are ranking. When you get a new client and you look at his website and it's just new website, no much content, how often you think, well, it would be easier to rank his Yelp page or videos or maps. So basically there are the combined a set of properties that in some way can tell the client will be interested to have traffic to as much to have traffic to the website. So to the demonstration. So RankWyz reintroduces LinkVaults. LinkVault is a collection of links. So RankWyz allows you to create and manage your PBN, add inside, doing Web 2 networks, social profiles, and so on and so on. But it's all originally was from the idea of the properties RankWyz posts on. Why would you add some properties that RankWyz can't post on? Well, just might be in order to do general metrics. So now we aggregated all the requirements for this and reintroduced LinkVault. So now you have in any project new type of network of LinkVault. So I go to the project and I create a new network, and you can see the LinkVault network. This is where you will add all of your links pointing to your site. So I'll put it in the tier 2. And now we have LinkVault type of network. We have properties. We check properties if they are live, if they're indexed, if they have links to your site, follow, no follow links, and we track ranking of those properties. We also allow to automate now backlinking for your LinkVault. So you could do it before, you just can keep your links somewhere else, dump them into link profile and continue posting. But with the LinkVault, you will able to see the progress of your work. How many properties you have, how many of them are live. And again, let's say if you, it's important if you bind them from, let's say, vendors. Do you want to see the guest posts like 2 months after you bought them? You'll be surprised how many of them are really removed pages or links. So I will go to links properties, and you can see that I have an option to add links. I can dump my links. So what the limits are when you go to the home page, you will see the limits per your plan, and it generally like the 10-time fraction of the of your plan. If it's 15K posting limits, at no cost, you have option to verify 1.5K, so 1500 backlinks. So we'll check URL, we'll check the status, if they up or not, we'll check the metrics for all of the domains, we'll check if the page is indexed, and I don't think anyone does this. You can see that if the property is indexed, and based on our automation, you can act whether you want this to be might be sent to the indexer, if you want to send backlinks to non-indexed properties until they all indexed, and we check ranking. Well, to save with the process, I will go to the project where I already tested the LinkVault. So I have a whole bunch of projects. So this is a project, and this is the website. So this is what we do. If you want to measure, if you want to check your links pointing to your website, you create a project and you add a website. This is a website, main website. LinkVault is not intended to be the verifier for the all garbage links. No offense, but so of course we can check indexing for the millions and millions links you get from GSA. So LinkVault is intended for tier 1 properties. So it all makes sense for tier one. So you added a website, you create a LinkVault, and you drop all the links you build for the specific site. You can get them from Moz, you can get them from Hrefs, you can add your properties once you add, let's say you buy them from the vendors, and you can see that I have 117, most of them are live, some like about a third of them are indexed, and not every one of them already have links. So if I'll go to links, so now when you add this, when you add your links, once the system finish processing them, you can verify, and they will be sent to crawl and check if a link is present to your site. Look at the page. There's no link. I go to the site, there's no link. But this page has link to my money site. This page is alive, but it doesn't have a link to my site. Well, this page has way too many links to my site, 60. Or this one, 59. Journal icons. Wow, that's exact copy of my site. Exact copy, but on the domain. Slightly broken. So now you have your properties, you have your backlinks, you have them checked, whether indexed or not. So this is just information on how you can automate this. So if you go to automation, you have two types of automations, and we're planning to build more. One is backlinking of your tier 1 properties. LinkVault backlinking. So I give it a name. I'll select LinkVault backlinking and say how many properties I want to backlink every night. Let's say 10 or 100. And I will send the URL to one of the submissions. So now when you have properties, you want to keep link velocity for all of your tier 1 properties. This is how you do this. You don't do it once in a while when you remember. You don't mark your calendar to run this campaign. Why? How about having, let's say, 10 random properties to be sent for backlinking every night? So that's an easy, simple, and prove the automated way of keep adding the backlinks to your tier 1 properties. You also can send traffic to this tier 1, and this is extremely important. So I keep telling it now since we released with traffic. Google is making the user interactions, user activity the value factor for backlinks. So domains is still important, the content is still important. No traffic, no interaction, no value. This will be natural way of appearing the link and disappearing the link. That's exactly what Google says with Penguin 4. They say we'll start ignoring those backlinks. Why? Because unlike the domain authority that will just pretty much permanent unless domain is banned or something, the content is relevant. But if that page that has a links to your site has no more interactions, has no more traffic, it means it's no more valuable link to your site. So if you have pages, you need to make sure that there is a traffic coming to your site from tier 1 properties, but at the same time, you need to make sure that traffic is coming from your tier 2 properties to all the way up to tier 1. So how you send traffic to your tier 1 properties? You go to automation, select LinkVault traffic, and you can say how many random properties you will be able to you will send every night for traffic. Well, I would say 10. And you can see that by default we don't have this. It's predefined filter, alive and link found. So there's no point of sending traffic to pages that are not alive, of course, and there's no point of sending traffic to the pages that don't have links to your site any longer. With this automation, it's gonna be dynamic. So you have your you bought your let's say very high authority guest posts, like 100 of them, and you keep backlinking to them. But now when you organize them in the form of LinkVault, you can check them. You can separate the activities so that you can backlink them. You can backlink only non-indexed. You can backlink and send traffic to pages that have a link up to your site. Every day, 10 properties out of those hundreds will be visited and sent to traffic campaign. Simple and easy. Send URL to traffic campaign. Here's the traffic campaign. So you can configure campaign and say that I want this traffic be coming from the geolocation. I want to use the distribution, mobile and desktop. You can spread them over time. You can decide how many you want to have, but that automation will allow you to set and forget the process. That will be just done regularly, naturally. 10 of your properties will be visited every day from the traffic campaign. So again, to summarize, the video again is not short. To summarize, the LinkVault is the new way of organizing your tier 1 properties. It's not a collection links any longer. Well, I didn't show what I didn't show is a rank tracker. So once you have enabled and well, in my properties, none of them are really ranking, but you can see that system checked all of those properties for 800 keywords. So we have implemented back the history checking of the values. Let's say if you already have set up project and you already have your keywords, and we check in those keywords, let's say for the last several months. If you add your properties, see those non-ranking, but of course our goal is to have your properties ranking. So you can organize all of your tier 1 properties. If you get them from different vendors, you can create as many of link profile, LinkVault type of networks as you want to separate them. Let's say those are press releases, those are social profiles, those are the guest posts you buying, and you you load them, you click verify, system will check all the metrics, all of the statuses, will find all links pointing to your site, and then you can automate. You can not only can see the status, but it's one step next we want to do is to create a report of dynamics in your LinkVaults. So how you ranking, historically ranking changes, how the number of properties, how the value of the properties is changing. So back to the original topic of the video, how to strengthen your backlinking profile. So once you have it, once you have a link, you need to take care of this. Add it to RankWyz, and RankWyz will take care of for you. We'll check, we'll analyze, we'll check if it's indexed, with continue checking if the link is there pointing to you up to your site, and you can create the campaigns to backlink those tier 1 properties and send traffic to tier 1 properties. That's all. Thank you for watching and thank you for using RankWyz. There will be the shorter video following in how exactly set up LinkVault, but before that you can ask questions in my email, pavel@rankwiz.com, or our community page or Facebook group. Thank you for watching and have a great day.